Right, so Layten, firstly, what we always do on SA Boxing Talk, and firstly, welcome for the first time to SA Boxing Talk, is basically how's your training camp going?
I can't say anything but perfect. It's actually been such an amazing training camp. Like, to some people, it's just a karting title or regional title, but the way I've taken it is like a world title fight. This is a big fight for me. Like I said, it's going to open some big doors for me after this.
Okay, well, it would be a bit silly not to talk about you. Come from a boxing family, of course.
Of course.
Do you want, like, for the fans out there, obviously you're the son of Leo Gloss. You got a cousin, DJ Creel, that's also a world champion professional boxer. Do you want to just talk a bit more about that?
It is big shoes to fill, but I try not look into that because, then it takes your mind off a few things, try to be something that you're not, and I'm not about that. So I'm just trying to build myself, make a name for myself, and build my own path. That's the best way to put it.
Absolutely. Now let's talk about the fight coming up. That's why we're here today. Ricardo Malajika is the next guy you're coming up against. What do you make of him as an opponent?
Very good opponent, undefeated. You can't look past that. I've got a lot of respect for him as a boxer. Now, I know he's had an amazing amateur background. I've had none. But it all comes down to the fight and the day and who's better on the day. I do feel like I'm training very hard for this, and I do think that I'll be victorious on the night.
Coincidentally, just talking about, you actually have a mutual opponent in Arnold Lubisi. You fought him on your debut. He fought Malajika in the last fight. Did you watch that fight and see something there?
I actually did watch the fight. I was talking about it the other day. If you watch my first fight and you watch my last fight, you think it's a completely different boxer. The nerves, they come in, they play the anxiety, it plays a big role. And I'm glad that happened to me because in my personal opinion, still to this day, I think I won that fight. I know I won that fight. But on record, on paper, I didn't. So, I took it with a pinch of salt and I'm just working forward, If he does look at it like, oh shit, he beat the first guy who beat me, then he's mistaken, and he needs to go back to the drawing board.
And of course, you are at the moment riding a 2-fight winning streak, but a 2-fight knockout streak as well. What's obviously after you suffered your last loss, I'm assuming you got back together, took some time out, and sort of built a new version of yourself. What's changed for you?
Nothing has changed really. I take every fight is a fight. It's gonna be hard. I don't take a fight lightly. And I don't, it has been great for me. I've had two wins, 2 knockouts in my last 2 fights. But I go into fights, I like putting on a show, I like showcasing my skill. Every fight I try and just progress, climb. And I want people to say, his last fight, he did this wrong, but the previous one, he fixed it. So I'm just building myself, and I feel like with me fighting Ricardo now, he's a phenomenal boxer. You can't take that away from him. And I feel like it will just bring out the best in me, fighting the best.
Make no mistake, this is the biggest fight for you and for him. So in both of your careers, this is the biggest fight to date. He's got the knockout power. You said in the press conference you got heart. How do you anticipate the fight sort of going? Where's it going to go?
I don't like to how can I say it? I don't want to speak down on him or myself. We'll just have to see on fight night. Everyone's predicting a knockout from Malajika, but like I said, my heart is bigger than most people's bodies, and there's no breaking me down. I'm just gonna come forward and come forward and come forward. So like I said, I do see myself winning this fight and being the Gauteng champion after this.
What motivates you as a boxer?
What motivates me is the people around me. I haven't had a hard life. I've actually grown up pretty decent. But seeing where my dad, DJ, they've all been, I've literally put so much pride in myself to get further. I just want to be the best person I can be.
And of course, this fight's going to happen at Empress Palace. It's a big venue. I've seen you there many times watching your cousin. Now it's time to get there and do it yourself. How do you feel about going there? How are the nerves about fighting at the Empress Palace?
You know what, I can't lie. Every fight I get very, very nervous. Every single fight. But for this one, I'm gonna take it as all my other previous fights. Whether I'm fighting at Empress or at someone's gym, every fight's the same for me. I come to fight. I come to roll. That's me.
When you go to sleep at night and you envision the fight, because I'm pretty sure you would have done this already.
All the time.
What are you predicting? What is happening in the dreams?
All I see is my hands being raised. That's all I see. I literally envision myself getting my hands wrapped, walking out.
Are you predicting 10?
No.
You're not predicting.
I'm gonna stop my Lechika. Definitely.
And then just lastly, a message for Ricardo Malajika before we leave.
All I can say is I feel like he's taking me lightly, which is his biggest mistake. Like I said, I've got more heart than anyone around me, so that's it.